Good day to our listening viewers. If you are watching for the first time, kindly subscribe to the YouTube channel, on notifications, drop your comment, click the like button, and also share this video with others. A politician from Israel is demanding for the immediate release of Nnamdi Kanu. And there's a video to that politician's what he demanded. I have the video, and there was also a rally too about the release of Nnamdi Kanu across Europe. I will show you the video of that Israel politician and also the rally. There's a video to that, but that's not the issue. The issue is that this morning, what's the connection between the Igbo people and the Israeli people? Why are they always demanding for the release of Nnamdi Kanu?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you're watching us from. I remember the Biafra, the Benjamin Johnson. This is Nachi, the one and the only Biafra. You cannot get them anywhere. Only but I. Now listen and listen very good. There is a chemistry that you cannot deny, and there is a chemistry you cannot destroy, because blood is thicker than water. How do I mean, and where am I coming from? The relationship between the Igbos and the Israeli is this. There are brothers and blood that linked and that was divided back in the years, back in the centuries and decades. You understand? It's like the two brothers, junior and senior, who missed their way. One go the other side, while the other one go the other side. And now the other one that go the other side, just like the case of Abraham and his nephew Lot, they reached to a point. He said, "Go this way and let me go this way." And the other one flourished this side, but while the other one had problem, then the one that flourished decided to help, to intervene in the one that have problem. That is the case of Nigeria and Israel. Now listen and listen good. The Igbos, to be precise, that's why I know somebody will say that I'm mentioning Nigeria. Why I mention Nigeria, because Igbos are still in Nigeria. Yes. You get it now. So, and you cannot speak about Biafra now without mentioning Nigeria, because Biafra is finding their way to exit from the corrupt country Nigeria. So the interest of the Israel is because of the blood lineage, the ancient blood lineage. That's why Igbos are called Ndigbo. Ndigbo means ancient people.
Ancient people.
Ancient people. And if you check the issue that involves Israel and Islam, you will find that everything started from the scripture. It is an ancient things, very old history, documented history. You understand? That have been in existence, and it was documented and approved and stamped by God, before now, and that is what they are standing upon, and that is what is, they are speaking on, and is fighting and is standing and speaking for them. So the Igbos are those lost Israelis that find themselves that has fallen in the ashes of the Nigeria, Africa. You understand? So them now are that man that you saw in Israel, that politician that is pointing and voicing out for the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu. And I've seen it that this is our brother. Remember some years back, some Israeli visited Nigeria, Anambra to be precise. And when they came, they took some soil from our land, which they took to the lab and do some chemical whatsoever as a scientists that they are. They confirm it that of a truth that the Igbos are purely an Israeli, that they will have something in common. We have a similar blood and land and soil, connection and contact. And on this, ever since that day, they have been looking for a way to do what? To unite and to reunite with their lost brothers that are the Biafrans.
Because the issue of Nnamdi Kanu is gaining global attention across the nations of the world. What do you think that Nigeria may be under pressure by these major countries to finally release Nnamdi Kanu today.
Under pressure, Nigeria. He under pressure. Under pressure, Nigeria. Under pressure. Under pressure, Tinubu is under pressure. Under pressure, the country is under pressure. Yes. Nigeria should be under pressure because they are already under pressure. Bang, bang. Things are not working already. They are under pressure because Nnamdi Kanu is man that have not committed any crime. But I want to say something here. You know, because the thing is baffling me, it's disturbing my spirit, it's disturbing my soul, and it's disturbing my mind as a human. How can you kidnap somebody? And kidnapping is a criminal offense.
So Buhari said that Nnamdi Kanu was arrested from Kenya. Not that he was Buhari said that yes.
It was a kidnapping case. He was kidnapped. And how can you kidnap somebody at the same time charge the person for terrorism? And you are the one that kidnapped him, and kidnapping is an act of terrorism. Why are you now putting it upon him? Is he the one that kidnapped himself? Another thing is this. How was Nnamdi Kanu brought into this country? If you call it an arrest, at least I've been once in a while, you know, several occasions being arrested by Nigerian police. That is speaking to you. I was once being arrested. I visited Area F twice. You understand? Area G, I can't count how many times they have arrested me. I visited them. I visited Red House. I visited so many police stations in Nigeria. So I understand the word when you say I've been arrested. So it's quite different from the condition of Nnamdi Kanu. He was kidnapped because he was under coma. He was beaten to coma, and they throw him inside a sack and they zip it as if they are carrying a dead body. I don't know if you have embalmed a dead body and you are taking that dead body to a far distance. That was the way that they treated Nnamdi Kanu. It was a kidnapping case.
Now, therefore, evangelist, an Hausa man was here. We were asking different questions. He said that the Igbos and the North, they can never agree. Religion is the difference, most especially. That the Igbos are like Isaac, and the North is like the Ishmaelites. Do you agree that the Igbos are like the Jews and the Hausas are like the Arabs in Nigeria?
No, the Hausa man you asked answered it very well.
But he's a Christian Hausa man, not a Muslim.
Whether a Christian Hausa man or a Muslim Hausa man, so long he's an Hausa person, he answered it well. And that has been the problem. We can never agree. Number one, religious differences. Number two, mental differences. You get it? Because our way of reasoning is not the same with theirs.
So you are saying that the Igbo man way of reasoning is different from the Hausa man way of reasoning?
Completely 100%. Our way of reasoning is different from Hausa way of reasoning. Complete 100%. And the way we understand life is not the way they understand life. The way we carry life and the way we carry things and the way we take, we treat people around us, or the way we behave in a place we find ourselves is not the same way they behave in the place they find themselves. Every Igbo man believes in development. He believes in a good environment. He believes in making things happening in a place he finds himself. He believes that a place where he finds himself needs to be put in place, need to be balanced. But them don't believe that. As you can see, let's take a look. For example, now, all these houses that are here, how many of them rent house?
So they don't rent house?
No, but my brother, let us not even. I want us to do cross-examination. Look at them. Go to this one that are the shoemaker. See all of them. Go and checkmate them. Do they rent a house? One, they don't pay house rent because they don't know what is house. They don't pay electricity, they don't pay for water, and they don't pay tax. What are they paying? Are they renting shop? How many of them? Baba, check from here. How many of the shop is house shop? You know, I know what I'm saying. I'm speaking from the angles of the truth. Then how many of them too contributed to the development of Lagos State, where you stand now? Go and check. The economy of Lagos State, Igbos contributed 70 to 75% of it. And yes, I repeat, 70 to 75% of Lagos State economic development. You go to Lagos State seaport. How many, including the Yorubas, how many of them are importers? Including the Hausas, how many of them are importers? How many of them are clearing their goods in the seaport? Do you know how much it takes, you know, to clear one container? Do you know how much a person will use to clear one container? Currently, as it stands now, if you don't have up to 24 million, you cannot clear a container.
Because we must allow viewers to see the Israeli man that spoke on Nnamdi Kanu's release, and the rally that was held in Europe for Nnamdi Kanu. I will allow you as well to see the video now, so that we can come back and then continue our discussion.
I believe that Israel still continues with this path of supporting its friends, its allies, its family. And just like we did that in 1967, Israel supports and does what it can. I did hear that Mr. Kanu was in Israel, in Jerusalem, before he was abducted and disappeared from the public's eye. And this is the most important thing that I want Biafrans to take from this discussion, that Israel, we stand with you guys. And although the cause of Biafra is not very familiar with the world and with Israelis, I want to say that, you know, because of my activity, because of what I do, more and more Israelis are hearing about the cause of Biafra each and every day. So yes, we do stand with you. I want you to know that.
Thank you very much.
Nigeria as a country. Nigeria, when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu came to this country, what was his primary goal? What did he actually present to you? Please, if not that Iwanyanwu is late now, I would have said go and ask Iwanyanwu. But I believe that there are other set of Iwanyanwu in Ohanes and Igbo. Go and ask them. Go and ask this man, the former governor of Abia State. What is his name? Ojus Okalo. God bless you. Go and ask Ojus Okalo. Go and ask Allah Sekweme. Go and ask Allah Sekweme. Go and ask Elechi, the former governor of Ebonyi State. Go and ask this man from Imo State, when the former governor of Imo State, not Ihedioha, not Udenwa. No, this one you are mentioning not a Hakim. There is one.
Let's continue.
Not Rochas. There is one.
Continue.
You understand? Before the creation of state, go and ask them. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu came with the Radio Biafra, and when he visited Nigeria, what did he come with? He came with this one spirit and with one agenda, with one opinion. And that opinion with a point. He said that you make sure that the Enugu is well expanded and well developed and well furnished the way it's supposed to be, just like Lagos. Number two, they should build international airport, and they should build the seaport in Aguata. They should build this data seaport, and any post that is in River State should be recognized as well, and build it in a way, expand it, and expand the River Niger. Do you understand? And let me tell you, go back to the history of Nigeria. The biggest ship that ever landed in this country landed in Igbo land. The biggest ship ever that ever visited this country landed in Igbo land. Because we have the biggest sea ever. Not even this one you are seeing in Lagos. There is a biggest sea in the east where that can, accommodate the biggest ship in Nigeria, in the world, to land. A lander, when did he come? He table all these things as a point. What is a partner? A fountain for what? Government, federal might, federal strength, federal contribution in the southeast. But what happened? Did they concur? No. Rather, they turn it down. They turn their back, and that has been the ideology of the Igbos after the Civil War. Bring development in our land. Bring development in our place. Go to the east. Beside the Alex Oti, you can never see anything called federal strength in the whole east. Southeast to be precise. In the whole southeast. And I stand for anybody that will come and tell me this one. During the time of good Lord Jonathan opened a international airport. Muhammadu Buhari enter and close it. Do you understand? Anything I say, go and do your findings. Are you hearing me? Go and do your findings. I am not just speaking fallacy. You see why? Thank God again, that reminds me. Even the former president of this country, in person of Obasanjo, not Buhari, Obasanjo is aware of this because there was a written document from him, and it was that period that Uwazurike was championing Masob.
Let's
Are you hearing me? And that Uwazurike, when he was championing Masob, I was a member of Masob. That is why I'm speaking like this. I am speaking from what I know. But understand, I was a member of what? Of Masob as at that time, which Baba, I trek from here, Okera, then I was living at when, you know, those old schools in Okera knows the Okera boys.
What I'm saying is that
trek from there, then I was living at Ologu, down to my two. Uwazurike is not that, is a dark man, and is not taller much than me. I saw him, we met one-on-one, we talk.
What I wanted to ask you the fact that what's the difference between Uwazurike and Nnamdi Kanu? It seems that I'm coming, the followers of Nnamdi Kanu have refused to acknowledge Uwazurike because Uwazurike followers are saying that Nnamdi Kanu should bow down to Uwazurike because he first started this after Dimodume Gojuko, they came and it was Uwazurike that revived the spirit of Biafra, that Nnamdi Kanu supporters must bow down to Uwazurike. What do you have to say about that?
Listen to me. If anybody who stand up and say, I should bow down to Uwazurike, that means he's equally telling me to start worshiping Ojukwu as God. What has Uwazurike paid? What has he contributed in this struggle? Uwazurike, who collected a pot of meat, a plate of meat, and sold his fatherland. When Uwazurike was the one in Masobas at that time, the ideology was not accepted by the UN. Because what is the meaning of the movement of this thing, Soviet? What does it mean? They welcome it now because it have a meaning and a face and a look.
Wait, now, Masob simply means the movement for the actualization of the sovereign states of Biafra. That's Masob.
Now, that is what I'm saying. You know, now, Uwazurike you are making mention of, that you said is the one that carried, which is spirit. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was in London, wrote to him, believing that Uwazurike, being a lawyer, are you hearing me? Being a lawyer, he schooled in India. He obtained his lawsuit in India. So he believed that Uwazurike has what it takes, the integrity to carry out this movement. He wrote to him, and that was why some foolish one of them will come and say, Nnamdi Kanu partner with Uwazurike, say he is a boy to Uwazurike. Not that he's a boy. He wrote in support of the vision. But Uwazurike unknowingly to us and Nnamdi Kanu, Uwazurike came. It was the tenor of Obasanjo that Uwazurike came up, and he was arranged by Obasanjo. And he was arranged, not allegation, Baba. I'm telling you facts. There are more to this. When he was arranged and I was arrested, just the same way they arrested Nnamdi Kanu previously. So when he was arrested, right there in the cell, he negotiated with Nigeria and he surrendered the ideology to Nigerian government, of which he was in the cell when his mother died, I mean Wazirike mama, when Wazirike mama died, Wazirike there inside said they cry saying mama died. They had to surrender and give up everything. And the Federal Republic of Nigeria gave Wazirike 1 million naira for his mother's burial. Baba, quote to me now, Obasanjo give him. Obasanjo give him 1 million naira.
And he accepted.
And he accepted. What do you mean? When he accepted it, he was released to go and do his mother's burial. And that was what triggered Nnamdi Kanu. That this guy have dropped this ideology. And he has dented the ideology. And he himself stood up. I will not allow this ideology to die. This ideology must go on. If you cannot do it, the Lord has sent me to do it. Because my people have been under damage and under condemnation. And the Bible said in the book of Exodus chapter 3 verse 7, the word of God said, for I have surely seen the affliction of my people, and I have come down to deliver them. And that is what the Lord sent Master Nnamdi Kanu to come, that they have actually seen the marginalization, that Nigeria is marginalizing the Igbos. Master Nnamdi Kanu, now go. You are the Moses of their time. Go and liberate them from the hands of the pharaohs called Nigeria.
Now, what people are saying that Nnamdi Kanu too must find a way to negotiate. That's what I know. What's on the street, that he must find a way to negotiate with Nigeria so that it can be released. That if he's not careful, he might spend the rest of his days in the prison. Should Nnamdi Kanu also follow Wazirike? Maybe let me just leave this place. So that
if Master Nnamdi Kanu should follow the step of Wazirike, there will be no need of Master Nnamdi Kanu staying there till now. He would have thrown the towel. But he doesn't want to take the step of Wazirike because Wazirike is a betrayer.
The betrayer?
It's a betrayer. How can you collect the pot of how many meat is inside the plate that you no go chop finish? Share the meat, he never chop and finish. The money when he collect all those, he never finish. He never finish. You know that they have messed his image up. He has messed his name up. But somebody like Master Nnamdi Kanu, he gave Nigeria. That thing is this: no matter what you do, I will not drop this agitation called Biafra. It is my fundamental right to do that. And that is what I have see, that is what I have thought to do. Let me tell you, every human being, even as we all are standing here, as everybody is moving, everybody have a call, and everybody have an assignment to fulfill here on earth. Until you discover your purpose. When you discover your purpose, don't look back, go for it. And that is why I'm using this opportunity to tell our viewers, I've been an evangelist for some time now. My speaker has spoiled. That is why you've not been seeing me.